Political watchers are keeping a close eye on the Alberta riding of Battle River-Crowfoot. Voters there head to the polls in a by-election that could determine the political future of Conservative Leader Pierre Poilievre. He must win in order to return to the House and resume his role there as official opposition leader. Rafi Boudjikanian certainly watching things closely, and he's in our bureau in Ottawa to set things up as voting is almost getting underway in the riding. What's at stake for Pierre Poilievre in this, Rafi?
Well, Heather, it's exactly as you said. Pierre Poilievre needs to get back into Parliament, and that's not just a formality. Keep in mind how he was using question period as a bit of a pulpit in the lead up to the last general election. A lot of social media clips generated for the Conservatives that way, and that was really working for him. He was way ahead in the polls for close to 2 years. It looked like he was poised to become a prime minister until the events of this year, right? Until Justin Trudeau's resignation as Liberal leader, his replacement Mark Carney coming in, Donald Trump, and that trade war the Conservatives were unable to capitalize on during the general election. And so that's Poilievre's goal here. He wants to be back at it. We have started to see what that could look like based on his performance on the campaign trail. Let's have a listen to how he answered a question during the debate yesterday. And just a heads up, he went a little too long, so part of his answer was muted toward the end. Have a listen.
They've driven down wages with excess temporary foreign workers, with abusing the international student program and allowing fraudulent and often criminal arrivals to come in and abuse our system. That abuse must stop. We must have more people leaving than coming over the next several years as we bring down our population, allow our health care, our housing, our job market.
Now, he's likely to win here. Battle River-Crowfoot is a solidly conservative riding in Alberta, the most conservative province in the country. The Conservatives do not lose in that riding, but given just how high the stakes are for Poilievre here, this could be just the beginning of the fight of his political life. Observers say that just winning here may not be enough for him.
Nobody has won this riding by less than 70%. In the last election, it was almost 83%. He definitely needs to be closer to 83 than to 70% if he's going to avoid exaggerating the questions about his leadership.
And those questions are coming to a head soon. In a few months, in January, Poilievre faces a formal leadership review from his party.
There are some very interesting elements to this by-election, Rafi. It's the first blank ballot in Elections Canada history. Tell us more about how it's going to work and why the situation that's given rise to that.
Yeah, so this is, it's been a few times now that Elections Canada has had to deal with the longest ballot committee. That's that group of electoral reform advocates who try to push for the system to change, for Canada no longer to have a first-past-the-post system. And so they have once again added a bunch of names to the ballot, this time more than 200. It's their biggest effort yet. We're showing you what that ballot looks like as I speak to you about it. It's very long. And so one of the solutions Elections Canada has come up with here is to say that voters will have to write the name in full of the candidate they wish to vote for. Now, this is not unprecedented. If you vote well in advance during elections, that is something you have to do when ballots are not ready yet. I've had to do it a couple of times, but to have everyone in the riding have to do it, that's what's completely new here. And that's what Election Canada says already is one of the reasons it could take them a long time to count all the ballots this evening, though they are promising they are going to be able to do that in one night. It could just be a very long night, though. They say they will start counting the ballots a couple of hours before the polls close.
Rafi, thank you very much.